Hello everyone. Let's look at the concept of adverbs in English. What do you understand by adverbs or what are adverbs? So we can say that an adverb is a word that modifies the meaning of a verb or an adjective or another adverb, right? So an adverb is a word that modifies a verb, an adjective or sometimes another adverb. Look at this particular sentence. Alice smiled sweetly. In this particular sentence, the word sweetly is an adverb because it modifies the verb smiled. It tells us more about the word smile. In the second sentence, those mangoes were very sweet. Now, what are sweet here? The mangoes. So, the word sweet is an adjective because it is used to define the noun mangoes. And here we see that the word very is used to modify this adjective sweet. So here we see that an adverb modifies an adjective. In this particular sentence, he spoke quite loudly. Now, loudly is an adverb, right? Why is it an adverb? Because it modifies the verb spoke, right? How did he speak? Loudly. And here we have another adverb, quiet. Spoke quite loudly. Quite loudly is reasonably loudly. So here we have two adverbs, and here we see that the word quiet or the adverb quiet is used to modify this adverb loudly. And that is why we can say that adverbs are words that modify adjectives, verbs or another adverb. Now, sometimes adverbs are used at the beginning of a sentence. And when they are used at the beginning of the sentence, they modify the entire sentence rather than a particular word. Now look at this. Unfortunately, that's an adverb. Unfortunately, no one came for the meeting. Now, the word unfortunately modifies the entire sentence. It tells us that it was rather unfortunate that many people did not come for the meeting. Here, probably I am mistaken. In this particular sentence, probably is used as an adverb and it modifies the entire sentence. It tells us that it is quite a huge possibility, a probability that I was mistaken, right? So here we see that both these adverbs modify the whole sentence rather than a particular word. So sometimes we need to understand that when adverbs are used at the beginning of a sentence, they modify the entire sentence rather than a particular word, right? Now, there are different types of adverbs. Let's look at a few important types of adverbs. The first one is adverbs of time. Now, adverbs of time, as the name signifies, would tell us something about the time something happened, right? So, you have to ask the question when. When you get an answer to the question when, we realize that it is an adverb of time. And adverbs of time are usually placed at the end of a sentence. There could be exceptions, but usually they are placed at the end of a sentence. So, you ask the question when to what? To the verb. I went to the park yesterday. Went when? Yesterday. So that is why yesterday is an adverb. It's an adverb of time. I have done this task before. Done when? Done it before, right? They will finish their work tomorrow. Finish when? Tomorrow. The boys are playing football now. Playing when? Playing now, right? So see, these are all adverbs and they are called adverbs of time. So sometimes, you might get questions which would ask you to pick out adverbs from a sentence and tell what kind of adverbs they are. So if you get a sentence like, I went to the park yesterday, you'll have to realize that yesterday is the adverb because it answers the question when you ask that question to the verb, and it is an adverb of time. Then we have adverbs of frequency. Now, adverbs of frequency tell us how often, how frequently something happens, right? Frequency. The word frequency, you understand that it means how often, how frequently, right? And they would answer the question how often. Now, adverbs of frequency are usually placed directly before the main verb. See, This is the main verb. We seldom go to the theatre. Go is a main verb. We seldom. Go how often? Seldom, right? One must always do one's duty well. Do how often? Always, right? So they would answer the question how often. We seldom go to the theatre. One must always do one's duty well. Now, when you have be, the forms of be used as the main verb, and then there is no auxiliary there's no auxiliary verb that follows. We need to understand that adverbs of frequency are placed after be. See, he is usually late for work. This is a form of be, right? And we see he is usually late for work. In this particular sentence, is a form of be. And we see that there's no auxiliary verb after this, right? There's no helping verb after this. It's a main verb, right? And we understand that this particular adverb usually comes after the form of be, right? Now, if there is an auxiliary verb, we have to understand that adverbs of frequency are placed before be, right? I have never been so insulted. We have an auxiliary verb here, have, right? So we need to understand that in such cases, the adverb of frequency comes before be. So adverbs of frequency come after be or are placed after be when be is the main verb, right? But when there's an auxiliary verb used, we need to understand that the adverbs of frequency are placed before be, right? Then we have adverbs of place. As the name signifies, adverbs of place would tell us the place where something happens, right? So they would answer the question where. You have to ask the question where to the verb and you get an answer to that. Then you understand that it is an adverb of place. Now, these adverbs are placed behind the direct object of the verb. Now, she kept the bag down, right? She kept the bag down. Kept where? Down. So it's placed after the direct object. The baby looked up and smiled. Now here it comes after the verb. Looked where? Looked up, right? The shepherd searched everywhere for the lost sheep. Searched where? Everywhere, right? It comes after the verb. My father works here. Works where? Here. So we need to understand that adverbs of place usually come after the direct object or sometimes they come after the verb. It can happen anyways, right? So in this particular sentence, she kept the bag down, right? So when we say she kept the bag on the table, she kept the bag where? On the table. It's an adverbial phrase, right? Because it consists of a couple of words. Now, we're not looking at adverbial phrase now. Here we see it's an adverb of place, right? She kept the bag down. Kept where? Down. The baby looked up. Looked where? Up. So we see adverbs of place that would tell us the place where something happened. Then we have adverbs of manner. Now, adverbs of manner, as the name signifies, tells us the manner or the way in which something happens, right? So, and usually the question that is asked to the verb is how. And these adverbs are placed behind the direct object or behind the verb if there is no direct object. He writes neatly. Writes how? Neatly. So it tells us how something is done, right? They did the work happily. Did how? Happily. Here we see there's a direct object. Did what? The work. The direct object and the adverb comes after the direct object. Thomas drives carefully. Drives how? Carefully. I searched the room thoroughly. Searched how? Thoroughly. So in these sentences, we see that the adverb of manner in the first sentence comes just behind the main verb. In the second sentence, it comes after the direct object. In the third sentence, again it comes after the main verb. And in the fourth sentence, it comes after the direct object, right? So, adverbs of manner are placed sometimes behind the direct object or sometimes behind the verb if there is no direct object, right? So, we come to the next one, which is the adverb of degree. Now, adverbs of degree tell us the degree or the extent to which something happens. Now, they would answer the question to what degree or how much. Now, these adverbs are usually placed in mid position. He has hardly eaten anything. Eaten how much? Hardly, right? Prabha is very upset with her colleague. You know, how much is she upset? She's very upset, right? He is quite happy with his performance. How much? To what degree is he happy? He is quite happy. This road is so steep. How much? So, right? So, these are adverbs of degree and they tell us the degree or the extent to which something happens. Now, something happens and they would answer the question how much or to what degree. And as I told you, they are placed in mid position, right? So, these are adverbs of degree for you. Now, today we have seen what adverbs are, right? So, when we take a quick recap, we understand that adverbs are those words which would define a verb or an adjective or another adverb, right? So when I say she wrote neatly, the word neatly is an adverb and it is used to define the verb wrote, right? Past tense of write. So when I say she is very beautiful, the word very is used to define the adjective beautiful because beautiful modifies the pronoun she. So we realize that that particular adverb is used to modify an adjective. And when I say she sang quite well, the word quiet is used to define the adverb well, right? So adverbs are those words which would define a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. And there are different kinds of adverbs. We have adverbs of time, adverbs of place, adverbs of manner, adverbs of frequency, adverbs of degree, and so on. So I hope adverbs are clear to you. We can use adverbs when we write compositions, when we create sentences, and these tips would be useful for you. Thank you very much.